you're exercising a little bit of alchemy whenever we're talking about manifesting. We're dealing with shifting frequency. It's just how it's appearing physically, you know what I'm saying, is can throw you off. But you know, that's the one of the main things is just eliminating fear, eliminating doubt. Understand when I talked about this a little bit, but fear is one of the strongest, easiest ways to manifest something. I tell people you create what you fear, and the reason is because when you fear something, you already have acknowledged that it's happening. It's true. You know it, right? So you literally create the reality, and it's stronger than when you're um, seeking to manifest something that I'm saying something because it's not. You still have some, well, you can still have doubt. You know what I mean? You can still doubt yourself in several ways, but when you have a fear of something happening, let's say you're driving a car and you have a fear of getting in an accident or something like that, you will attract that shit. It goes both ways. Like I said, it's not a this is just it just is. You know what I'm saying? So understanding and controlling your emotions, harnessing your emotions, right, is they like the same thing. It's a tool. You know what I'm saying? It's energy and motion. So um, we can harness potential energy and put it towards something. Basically, think about supercharging your emotions resonating the fourth, and so it's like I said, the fourth is the vehicle. The transmutation, exercising the fourth. So um, yeah, like I said, wouldn't get too deep on it. This is just supposed to be a general video, but I would suggest, if you are interested in really grasping this topic a little bit better, and not to say that I've completely mastered it, but I do understand the principles of it. Like I said, I do it. You know what I mean? I just everything's not to be. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but yeah, so I would definitely suggest looking into the Trinity. I would definitely suggest looking into. You could look into several things and try to look at these. Use your eye of truth. Okay, there are many things that have been twisted and put into a perspective to deter you from looking at them. There are many things that people have used and tried to twist and make, you know, uh, put it in a light so that it's, like I said, people are, people are look at it a certain way, or are deterred from it. So I would definitely recommend practicing, just putting some things into play. When I first started, really, I really was big on testing the universe, testing some of the principles that I was learning. This was years ago, and just one of the biggest ones for me was putting the energy that you put out comes back to you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a level of awareness. But I just started. There's a period of time where I was living in Birmingham, and I was like, I'm gonna try to do a kind deed every day, and yeah, it was. Oh no, excuse me. I think I already got back to Atlanta. Somewhere in there, but I was basically trying to do kind deed every day, or doing a kind deed every day, and I started seeing it happen right in my face. I started seeing that, and like I said, energy come back to you, and it might just manifest in a different way. The container changed form, right? But it's the same degree, So that was just one of the things I kind of put into practice. So, and that really drew me in. You know what I mean? So when it came to understanding, even looking in, like I said, look into that the tree of Sephiroth, tree of life. There's several. Everything is everything. It's put in front of you in several different ways. right? Even down to your own vessel. So this is a mechanism. And when we talk about, even talking about Tesla, right? Talking about all that, the Trinity 369, all this stuff goes hand in hand. Okay. And another thing I want to touch on too, um, there's you gotta be, we have to be careful because I fall into this too. They will use, remember, this is a collective consciousness, right? And you could think of the collective consciousness, especially parts that you're not fully conscious of. Think of them also as the subconscious, right? And when it comes to, that's one thing I forgot to touch on too, programming the subconscious. I'll touch on that in a second. But when the subconscious is one of the most powerful programming tools, right? And one of the most powerful forces. And you got to think about what we're saying, subconscious, okay? The subconscious resonates with the fourth. And when we're talking about co-creating this reality, there are things that are put out that are not even real, that they will use us to manifest. Okay, so like I said, I take accountability for this as well. Things that we share on Instagram, things that we share on YouTube, the toxic shit, things that we do not want to see progress or expand. Sometimes it's just about, we got to really pick and choose, because they can use that. It's like planting a seed and then we spread it, we water it. You know what I mean? And that happens. I've seen it happen in several ways, in weird ways too. I've seen it happen, especially with music. And be careful of some of the phrases, some of the things that you're saying. Look back. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm very like, music is a tool. You know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah, I did wanna. So there's you know. Oh, and so as far as programming the subconscious, right? There are many ways to look at the subconscious, okay? But you'll hear, people say, right, when you're kind of in a sleepy state, in between that state, it's one of the best times to try and program your subconscious. You know what I'm saying? Saying affirmations, visualizing what you're seeking, because I put it to you like this, like you just said, energy can't be created or destroyed. So, we're co-creating this reality, and we're also projecting it from within at the same time. Remember, we're all part of one organism. This is just an illusion of separation, right? So within your reality, within the subconscious, every experience, every possibility is contained out there. So you literally, it's like a channel. It's like just aligning with the frequency. So if you can expand your awareness to a level to program your subconscious for what, to find what you're seeking, or to manifest what you see, it's literally out there. When you walk out your house or wherever you lay to rest, you're going out a portal. And think of your house being like your mind, where your consciousness, where you're most aware at, right? And as you go out from that, you venture further and further into the subconscious. Just try to visualize that. So it's always, like I said, energy can't be created or destroyed. So it's just being changed, manifested in different ways. You know what I mean? But yeah. So, and one last thing I touch on, right? I would look into, so this might not be nothing you can find Googling, but just understanding, like I said, when I talked about pulling from the fifth to the third, the fifth resonates with creation, okay? Love. The fourth, transmutation, okay? That's basically like going from one threshold of frequencies to another. Remember, we're talking about realities, right? Talking about 90 degrees, okay? And you can translate that into a wave. You can translate that into percentage, you know what I'm saying? So 90 degrees, what, 360, you know what I'm saying? Run that whole thing. And, you know, when we're talking about reality, we're talking about a threshold of frequencies, like a spectrum. So shifting from this spectrum to this spectrum, it's like it's transmutation, okay? So and yeah, we've been perceiving this stuff. It's like I said, but understanding these a little bit better will help you to I feel will help you to understand manifesting. Oh, and so third, think of third as like the platform, okay, the foundation. The third, think of it like this. The third, like I said, when I say it's the foundation, things are slow enough to be felt in the third and perceived in such a way. You get what I'm saying? So all of these are working together interdependently, you know, and it's not linear like like they make it seem. So yeah, man. So that's this episode of Free Game Thursdays, man. Like I said, we talked about manifesting, but hopefully, my intention with this video, man, like I always say, I want y'all to go put this into, try it. Just try little things. You don't have to try everything at once. You know what I'm saying? Write down what you're seeking. Be very specific. Be very specific. Practice it. Work towards it every day. I mean, like, integrate, the universal laws and the good wisdom, or things that you find out here. Practicing your habit or your craft at least 20 minutes a day make you not better than 90% of.
No problems breaking dead. If that nigga fuck with my dodo, I trek right over, blasters, hands, solo. I literally handle all of my smoke on my own.